Hello, everyone. I'm James Hadnot here with Dan Fiorito of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Rail Riders, the AAA affiliate of the New York Yankees. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Dan, is what is the definition of a team player?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, for me, it's obviously the selfless guy on the team is always rooting for the guys. But I feel the big thing is when you're not going great, or if you're 0 for 4 and the team wins, you're the guy picking everyone up. Still, you're not pouting on the dugout, and you're just always looking to pick guys up. And at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about the team. And I feel like guys see it right away when they know a team guy.
Exactly. And something that was seen right away for you was when you entered into the New York Yankees organization, something that a player said about you, Aaron Judge, said that you were a big-time clubhouse guy, that when you walked in the clubhouse, he saw somebody that he wanted to embody and somebody that he looked up to in his time. So just what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's obviously a great compliment coming from, honestly, one of the best teammates I've ever had. So, I mean, that means a lot. He's obviously an incredible ball player, and he's got an unbelievable career ahead of him. But, yeah, I mean, it's just something that I've always tried to do, especially being a utility guy and, playing, just maybe whenever it may be, trying to pick guys up on the field, whenever they need a day off. I'm usually the guy, or just being a role player. I mean, that's very important for my role, is to always be a guy with a positive attitude. And especially in the pro world with a game every day, you got to stay even keel. That's one thing that I've learned. Like, don't let the highs get too high, lows get too low. Be the same guy no matter what, whether we're losing, winning, whether I'm doing well or I'm struggling. Be the same person.
And so what is your favorite position to play on the field?
Well, I was signed as a shortstop, and I played shortstop here for the Saltcats. Played shortstop and third, actually. But I always say shortstop. I mean, it's where I played growing up. But for the Scranton team right now, for what helps the team is me playing third base right now. We have a great shortstop, a couple great ones, Jonathan Diaz, Donovan Solano, and P. Cosmo. They've all played shortstop at the big league level, so they're all great, and I'm learning from them, and it's cool. They all even have World Series, experience, so I'm able to learn a lot from them. So right now I'm at playing the corners mostly, but wherever the team needs.
You talked about learning a lot and reaching back to what you did here with the Syracuse Saltcats and playing for this team, and it's just in its organization in its first and second year. What can you think of the Martinezes and what they brought to the table in helping you?
Oh, I mean, Coach Mike and Manny Martinez, they became like family to me. I played up here for 2 years, so I learned a lot from them, not only on the field, baseball-wise, but more about just off-the-field character, the way they carry themselves was something that I got, a chance to learn a lot from. And I love the way they coach the game. They made it fun up here. They have they're player coaches. They're very laid back. They're not too hands-on. If they see something, they'll say something. If you're not playing for the team, they're going to let you know. But for the most part, they're not going to, jump all over you for little things. I mean, they let you go out there and play your game. And that's something that I've always loved in a coach. They just make the game fun.
Is there anything specific that you can think back to, whether it's a game or an instance that kind of sticks out to you about the Martinezes while you were playing here for the Saltcats?
Oh, I mean, no, I would say just all around. I mean, they always just treated their guys like their own sons, and I felt like that meant a lot to me, and that's why my second summer, I had some offers to go elsewhere, and it just up here felt like home. I mean, not only with the way they treat us, but just the way they set us up, the living situation, all that stuff meant a lot to me, and just coming out here every day, and obviously they have a great setup now. It was a great time.
And speaking about the setup now, you see this beautiful field here at the Onondaga Baseball Complex, and it wasn't here when you were playing, right?
No, my first year we played at Lemoyne College mostly, and then some public parks in Syracuse. But we did live up here at OCC, which was a great place, great living arrangement. But we didn't have this ball field here. The weight room wasn't here yet, and obviously the ball field's beautiful. Got the cages out in right center, so the kids couldn't be any more lucky than they are right now to be here, and the convenience they have to come down to the ballpark every day. Just basically probably walk right from their dorm rooms is pretty cool.
And so in your final season as a Syracuse Saltcat, you hit 324. You had 29 RBIs, 7 home runs, and 7 doubles. But speaking of those 7 home runs, you see 330, 400, and 330. Are you hitting 7 home runs in this park?
Oof, I don't know about that. I mean, that's a big ballpark, and see the flag out in right center over there blowing out to right, which doesn't help me out much, I mean, as a righty. But, I see the fast turf, so, you got to use what you have, and maybe, the batting average goes up a little bit. But it's definitely a big ballpark, beautiful ballpark, big gaps. as you can see, fast turf, so maybe more doubles and stuff. But I can see those homers going down a little bit.
I believe in it. So now moving on to what you're doing this season with Scranton Wilkes-Barre, how is that going? Just describe that for me.
Oh, Scranton's been great. I mean, we have a great mix of guys, a bunch of top prospects, and some older guys, some veterans, and they've been great to us so far, being able to learn from them, being able to teach us so much about their experience in the game. A bunch of guys have had some World Series time. So, and Nick Swisher at first base, he's got unreal energy, so always feeding off of him. It's been a lot of fun.
And then, you know, as you said, Nick Swisher, he's another guy. Is there anybody else that kind of sticks out to you on that team?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of guys that I've been playing with for a long time, Tyler Austin, Ben Gamel, who just got called up to the big leagues recently, Jay Cave, Aaron Judge. Those are some of my closest friends. I've had a great time playing with them. We also have Pete Cosma at shortstop, who won a World Series ring with the St. Louis Cardinals. He was their guy throughout the playoffs. So being an infielder, I'm able to learn a lot from him. He's been able to teach me so much about, just little things, little tricks on the infield to help you out. It's been a great learning from him.
And you talk about things that help you out. What is one thing you try to do every day to help you get better?
Got to be just focus. I mean, every day, just being able to, the monotony of just going to the ball field and doing the same thing, whether it's going to the cages, ground balls, batting practice game, it can become very tedious. So I think for me, just staying dialed in mentally and, just taking all my reps very seriously, whether it's hitting in the cages, trying to work on something, staying middle, or, trying to backspin the ball, little things that I work on with my hitting coaches who have been great to me throughout my career. And then taking my ground balls, making sure that I'm working hard each rep. Even if it's taking less reps and making sure that they're all 100% is something that I try and do, rather than taking 1,000 and, something that you get lazy on. So that's something that that I've gotten much better on in my career, is making each rep count.
And finally, not to throw a curveball at you, but I was told that you are dating Mr. Martinez's daughter. So that's the final question I'm going to ask is, how is that going?
Well, that's a good curveball. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we've been together for 5 years now. We met probably right around this time 5 years ago. So it's been a lot of fun, and we've had some great times. And she's been my rock through the last 4 years now playing pro ball. And, she's come with me just about everywhere. She's going to be coming up tonight to see me, and then she'll be coming to Buffalo. And it's been a lot of fun. We got to go to some great places, great cities all along my career. But, yeah, all's well. And like I said, the Martinez family, they couldn't have been any better than me. I kind of lucked out. I got to meet the whole family before I met her. So it was an easy transition, and yeah, we're doing great. It's been a lot